Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a dupe or alternative video, which is basically going to become like a mini series in my dupe video series. It's not technically a series, they never called it that, but I feel like I've done enough dupes here on my channel that I can say that it's kind of like a series because I am constantly looking for more affordable dupes to popular high-end or just popular expensive products, which is basically what a dupe is. Now, if you don't like dupe videos, if you don't like brands that make dupes or whatever the case may be, just letting you know, this is technically still a dupe video. So if you don't like that, you've been warned what this video is. So I have a dupe today or alternative to the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, which looks like this, and it retails for $67. It has 18 eyeshadows, and this is what it looks like inside. This is the last of her big palettes that she has launched, and in my opinion, it's one of the prettiest packaging ones. I really like the packaging. Obviously, it inspired this backdrop, and this is what it looks like. This is a hefty palette. It's very heavy. Now the alternative or the possible dupe, let's say that I found was this Beauty Glaze Mysterious palette. Also has 18 eyeshadows, and this palette retails for $6.56, which is what I found it for on the page AliExpress. Which AliExpress I would say is kind of like a Wish type of deal. I've ordered from Wish and I never received my products, so I never ordered from them again. That also did happen on AliExpress about 2 times, I would say, but it was things that were like, it was like a hair clip that was 60 cents, and I think the other thing might have been like another hair clip for $1 and something cents. So I didn't mind that much. Yes, you know, I know it's not good. Now, I think they also have this palette available on Amazon, but it's a little more expensive. And if I'm going to let you guys know this right away, if you're paying more than $7 for this palette, it's not worth it. So let's begin. This palette, I really like. It's a more cool tone palette compared to what I normally have in my collection, and it's gorgeous. It's a color story that is really pretty. In my opinion, it doesn't look similar to her other palettes, and I do have all her other big palettes like this, with the exception of the remastered rose gold, because I purchased the original rose gold and I personally love that one. That's what started my love with her eyeshadow palettes. So that's the only one I don't have, but I bought the nude, the rose gold, and I have also her highlighter palette. So this one's really nice. Yes, it is pricey, $67, $2 more than her other palettes, which retail for $65. I love the packaging. It's like an acrylic plastic, I would say. It is heavier than her other palettes as well. This one, again, 18 eyeshadows. Now, this one I would say is more of a warm tone palette. So in my opinion, this is like the warm version of this one. The quality is good. It's not amazing quality. I mean, it's $6. And like I said, if you pay more than that, I don't think that it's worth it, because the $6 to me is worth this palette. So the eyeshadows in this palette are powdery. They do have fallout. They do have pigment as well, but it has to be known that it has a lot of fallout, and you guys will be able to see in the demos. Now, another thing with the shimmery shades, they are absolutely beautiful. They have a great pigmentation, but I will say you have to be very careful when you stick your finger into them, because they're super soft that they crumble. I don't know if you'll be able to tell this eyeshadow right here. I dipped my finger into it and it's kind of like broken apart, like it's just waiting for me to touch it again so that it can fall apart. Not like crazy, but I mean, I can show you guys. Oh, there you go. I swatched it and look at the shadows went to the top. So you just have to be careful. It's not anything like crazy. If you're going to go in and like dig your finger, then, you know, there'll be an issue. You'll destroy the eyeshadow. But I guess with any, if you go in really hard, it'll happen. But that's the eyeshadow. Now I want to show you guys the difference in that one and this one from the Huda Beauty palette, which the corresponding shade to that one would be this one. So let me swatch it. This one, you can tell it's pressed a bit harder, I would say, that it's not like crumbly or, you know, it does that like the other one. So if you see them in the pan, they look similar. Yes, in swatch, totally different. And I'm going to put them side by side so you guys can get an idea. There they go. Also, the Beauty Glaze palette does not have a mirror, in case you guys like mirrors in your palettes. There you go. Once the light gets a little darker, you can see the true colors in both of the palettes. Now, you guys see the teal shade, the teal shimmery shade. That's probably one of the most like eye-catching shades in the palette in both of them. So I'm going to swatch them for reference. Here's the Huda Beauty. And the color looks beautiful on the finger without like swatching it on my hand. It still looks teal. And then we have Pacific from the Beauty Glaze palette. This is one of the prettiest ones as well. You guys can see now the difference in the teal. This is definitely a little more warm. This looks like a more blue toned teal. And we're going to swatch Beauty Glaze. And then we're going to swatch Huda Beauty, which becomes more of a navy blue with the glitter that is teal, which is beautiful. I still love both eyeshadows, and you guys can see, so I have a difference in both palettes. The shadows, once you see them side by side, they look similar, yes, and you won't notice that they're different until you apply them on the eyes. I would say from both palettes, I have swatched these like 3 times side by side, and I found 4 shades to be very similar. Now, when I applied those shades on my eyes, they were not similar at all. One has a cooler tone and the other one has a warmer undertone. So is it a dupe? In my opinion, no. But is it a good warm tone alternative? Yes, this is the warm version of this Huda Beauty one. But don't pay more than $7 for it. So those are my thoughts on that. On the Huda Beauty palette, I did a review and I did videos already using it, but I do have my notes right here for my review, and I will let you guys know that the palette has 9 mattes, 6 high shine creamy metallics. We have 1 glitter and 2 sheer multi-reflective colors. Now, 2 of the shades, these 2 right here, Vortex and Hot Mess, are a more dry formula compared to all her other formulas in her other palettes. And Vortex, I would say, gets patchy on the eyes if you blend it too much, which I know sounds very weird, but that is something that happens with that eyeshadow. That's the type of eyeshadow that you're going to apply and not move it anymore and not blend it. If you're trying to deepen up the crease, you have to apply very little color, or you will create a patchy mess on your eye look. And I've done it. Trust me, it's happened a bunch of times. Sometimes I forget and I'm like, ooh, let me deepen up the crease. Let me make it more smoky. And then it's like, meh. So even though that happens with the eyeshadow, I would say it's the eyeshadow that I use the least now. And for me, I still enjoy the palette. I still use it. The colors that I have on my eyes today, I combined both palettes because you guys will be able to see in the tutorials, there's a definite noticeable you guys will see in the tutorial, there's definitely a noticeable difference when I apply the eyeshadows on my eyes, one palette from, you know, one color from each palette. For today, I decided to combine both of them, and this is the look I came up with. It's definitely a mix of a warm and kind of cool, like a neutral, and I mean in tones, makeup look, which I really like. So I don't mind that I bought this palette. You guys know, I mean, I still already buy the Huda Beauty palettes because I personally like them and I enjoy them. So buying the dupes to see if they're a good dupe, it doesn't bother me. I do it to help you guys find an affordable alternative or a dupe, because I know not everybody wants to spend $67, or not everyone can spend $67 on a palette, especially in these times. I got you, girl. I'm looking for dupes. So let's get on with the tutorial demos. I have 2 different looks just so you guys can get a reference from the variety of colors, because in the second look I did try to use the colors that look super similar in swatches, and you can tell definitely that they're different. So let's get on with the swatches and with the 2 tutorials. So what did you guys think of the looks? I know the looks aren't the best, and honestly, this palette at times made me feel like I was like a like a new beginner at makeup, because it does blend nice, but at times it felt like it wasn't blending, like I had to go in more and blend it a little bit better. Even though the eyeshadows are really creamy, I don't know what it is. So this palette, $6.56. This palette, $67. Is it a dupe? No. Is it an alternative? Yes, if you want a warmer tone, warmer color story than this one. But again, I feel like I sound like a broken record. Do not pay more than $7 for the Beauty Glaze palette, because then in my opinion it wouldn't really be worth it, just for the quality of the palette and the eyeshadows. And yeah, let me know if you guys like these dupe videos, alternative videos, if you would like to see more, so I can start working on more products. I have another one I'm working on, and that's lip products, which I'm very excited for. I will also be creating a playlist so that you guys can see all the dupe videos that I've done. The majority, I would say, are these Huda Beauty palettes, because they are some of my favorite palettes, but I know they are also expensive, higher in price, and they're very popular. So here I am looking for dupes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this review dupe alternative video, and thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate you guys very much, and like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.